At the Global Citizen Awards, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, experienced a stark reminder of her polarizing presence on the global stage. As she stepped up to deliver the opening speech, the crowd's reaction was anything but welcoming. Boos and chants filled the room, interrupting her words and casting a shadow over what was meant to be a celebratory occasion. This hostile reception has reignited fierce debates about Meghan's public image and her ongoing relationship with the British royal family. Since her marriage to Prince Harry in 2018, Meghan has been at the center of intense scrutiny. Initially welcomed by many as a breath of fresh air in the traditionally rigid British monarchy, her modern, outspoken nature drew early praise. She was seen as a symbol of progress, an American, biracial woman breaking centuries-old barriers within one of the world's most exclusive institutions. However, it wasn't long before public opinion began to shift, and the honeymoon period quickly soured. What started as admiration for her progressive approach soon turned into a barrage of criticism. Many viewed her reluctance to follow royal protocols as a sign of disrespect for the institution she had joined. Her decision, along with Prince Harry, to step back from royal duties in early 2020 only fanned the flames, leading to a media frenzy and deep divisions among the public. To her supporters, Meghan's move was a bold stand against a toxic environment that included relentless media attacks and, as she has claimed, racial prejudice. But to her detractors, this act was seen as nothing more than a calculated departure aimed at personal gain. One of the most enduring criticisms against Meghan is the accusation of hypocrisy. Despite her advocacy for social justice and humanitarian causes, many perceive her as someone who has leveraged her royal status for financial and personal benefit. Her multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify and the launch of a podcast were met with scorn by those who argue that her actions contradict her public persona of service and humility. The perception that she uses her platform to advance personal projects rather than foster meaningful change has become a major point of contention. Another thorn in Meghan's public image is her fraught relationship with the British media. For years, she has accused the tabloids of bullying, racism, and an unrelenting focus on her every move. While many of these claims have resonated with her fans, particularly those sensitive to the broader issues of racial inequality, her critics have been less sympathetic. They argue that her claims are exaggerated and self-serving, seeing her as someone who plays the victim to distract from her own failings. The media portrayal of her as a demanding, difficult individual, often backed by anonymous insider sources, has certainly influenced this perception. The boos at the Global Citizen Awards were not an isolated incident, but rather a reflection of a broader societal division about Meghan's role in the public eye. To her supporters, she represents resilience and a refusal to be silenced, a woman who has stood up to one of the most powerful institutions in the world. But to her critics, she is emblematic of everything wrong with modern celebrity culture, self-absorbed, hypocritical, and out of touch with the very causes she claims to champion. The complexity of Meghan's public persona was further highlighted in her Candid interviews, where she has spoken about the pressures of royal life and the mental toll it has taken on her. In her infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan revealed the emotional strain of life within the royal family, including thoughts of suicide and her struggles to fit into the highly traditional framework of royal duties. These revelations won her empathy from many who saw her as a victim of institutional neglect and media abuse. However, for others, these interviews only reinforced their view of her as someone willing to publicly disparage her in-laws for personal sympathy and attention. The Global Citizen Awards debacle brings to the forefront the precarious balancing act Meghan continues to navigate. On one hand, she seeks to use her platform to advocate for change, raise awareness on important social issues, and champion causes close to her heart. On the other hand, the shadow of her royal past and the controversies that come with it seem inescapable. She remains, in many ways, a public figure defined as much by her critics as by her own actions. What remains uncertain is the long-term impact of incidents like the one at the Global Citizen Awards on her public image. Is Meghan Markle a revolutionary figure, challenging long-held traditions and fighting against entrenched systems of power? Or is she, as her critics would claim, a self-serving celebrity capitalizing on her royal connections for fame and fortune? The debate surrounding Meghan's place in both the royal family and the public sphere is far from over. As she continues to navigate this complex landscape, moments like the hostile reception at the Global Citizen Awards serve as stark reminders that public opinion remains deeply divided. What is clear is that Meghan Markle's journey is a contentious one, fraught with challenges and unlikely to reach a neat resolution anytime soon.